Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer.
Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation.
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
Hey, Boring Reviews. Welcome.
Oh, when did we lose control?
All right.
Just do it. Just say it.
I have a feeling you're gonna leave this in and not cut it out.
I'm not gonna cut it out.
Welcome to Boring Reviews, where we get it right the third time. Jody here.
Nick right here.
That's what I got for us. That's how I'm
okay.
feeling.
Here we go. That was an amazing opening. Let's get a
So
thumbs up on the video just for that opening. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Oh, man.
And we are looking at the most expensive house in the world. Now, when you look at the title for a YouTube video, you can't always believe it 100%. I'm hoping this is true because in all intents and purposes, and please tell me this is the right one, I believe this is owned by Ambani, I'm not sure how to exactly say it, who's the owner of my 5-time champions Mumbai Indians, one of the richest guys in the world, if not the richest guy in the world. And supposedly he has a $2 billion house.
Sign me up.
$2 billion home, for crying out loud. Another video titled The $2 billion Home That 4 People Live In. So that's a $500 million each.
Jeez.
I mean, it better have Disneyland in there. It better have like 15 movie theaters. It better have cricket grounds in there somewhere. I mean, it better have it all. But this is the first time we ever looked at a house as a reaction here on the channel. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked or something, so you guys can see our reaction. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Jody's here. I am here. We're going to check this out. As always, feel free to comment below. Let us know what we messed up on and give us some more information.
Kindly, please.
But are you...
Just saying. I mess up a lot.
She may be new here. We'll see.
I mess up.
Don't forget to do all that wonderful stuff. We really appreciate it.
You would
with
need like
a $1 million vacuum.
You would need a lot of maids. Like a live-in.
Well, if the house is $2 billion, I think you can afford a few maids here and there.
Let's hope
they probably
so.
have their own living quarters.
Yeah, that's true.
Or living nickels.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
The most expensive home on the planet. In the inner city of Mumbai, India, not far from the poverty-stricken slums, on the renowned Altamont Road, stands Antilia, the most expensive home ever created.
That whole thing one
This home ascends 27 stories, stretching 568 feet high, granting the massive structure with prime views of the Arabian Sea. In technical terms, the home is the second most expensive residential property in the world, considering Buckingham Palace is worth around $5 billion US. However, Buckingham Palace is considered a crown property, whereas Antilia is a private residence. And the most expensive private residential property at that, with some pricing estimates as high as $2 billion. Even still, any list in which a residence is preceded by Buckingham Palace pretty much guarantees that place is going to be over-the-top luxurious and is likely a house I'd love to move into. In this video, I'll take you on a virtual, informative tour of this ostentatious estate, while engaging all of 2 of your senses. In this massive home, there are several ceilings that are double or triple heighted, so the 27-floored skyscraper looks more like a 50 or 60-floored building. Can you imagine only being as tall as an ordinary 27-floor building? Laughable. On some of the lower floors, there is a multi-level car lot that can hold 168 vehicles, including Mukesh's precious RS5 Crore Maybach, a car for very important people. Somewhere in that car lot is also a car service station. But if cars aren't your style, don't worry. The home also has 3 helipads placed on the roof. Few things say billionaire like more than one helipad on the roof. Both the private car lot and helipads are violations of residential bylaws in Mumbai, but from what we can tell, no one has forced the billionaire's hand to make any changes. Above the car lot, you'll find an extravagant lobby composed of 9 elevators. Further up is a 2-story recreation center with a lap pool, a gym, a juice bar, a dance studio, and a yoga studio.
Wow.
Floors like these are how Jeff Bezos transformed his I sell books body to his I sell what I want physique. As you continue to ascend, you will eventually run into a spa and a ballroom. The ballroom is adorned with multiple crystal chandeliers that cover 80% of the ceiling, leaving a shameful 20% exposed and unadorned. To capitalize on the entertainment focus areas of the home, there's a movie theater that sits 50 viewers. There are multiple balconies and terraces with luscious gardens hanging over the sleek facade along the home. The vegetation attached to the sides of the building are meant to absorb sunlight in order to keep the interior as cool as possible. Hopefully that touch can put a dent in what must be a monstrous electricity bill.
Seriously.
As if all this luxury wasn't enough of an escape from the hot, busy streets of Mumbai. The home comes fitted with an ice room equipped with a snow generator, meant to mimic a winter wonderland, a creative addition rivaled only by the likes of Willy Wonka. The immaculate structure was designed by architects Perkins and Will out of Chicago, and the interior design was overseen by an Australian company called Lighton Holdings. While the 400,000 square foot building is home to just 6, it's also meant to make room for a staff of 600 cooks, cleaners, and security personnel. So that makes the size of the mansion less excessive, right? I double-checked that stat, by the way, and I can confirm 100 staff per family member. The building is named after a legendary island, also called the Isle of the Seven Cities. The tale of this island originates from an old Liberian legend in which bishops fleeing from the Muslim conquest of Hispania escaped to an island and created 7 settlements there. There's not much else on that fun fact, and no one seems to know why the owners of the home took to that fabled island. But that's the thing with being a billionaire. No one questions your decisions. Considering the unique shape of the skyscraper and the fact that its construction cost not 6, not 7, not 8, but 10 figures, it'd be a fair assumption to presume the design of the home is symbolic, or at least, on purpose. And that assumption would be correct. This incredible structure was meticulously crafted with Hindi influence and generously laced with religious symbolism. Within the 27 stories, there are 6 sections of the home that are meant to reflect earth, water, fire, air, sound, and light.
Cool.
These elements were placed from bottom to top as to mimic not Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender, but the ascension to enlightenment. Throughout the mansion there are 2 reoccurring motifs: the sun and the lotus. These symbols are meant to represent rebirth. The materials used to stand for these themes include marble, crystal, and none other than mother of pearl. There is a temple in the home in which the family of 6 goes to pray regularly. There are many statues of Hindu deities throughout the home, including the Hindu god Ganesh, revered as the remover of obstacles, and Shiva, the Hindu deity who destroys to make way for new creation. Along with religious themes and the motifs of lotus and sun, the house is said to have been inspired by the Atlantic Ocean. The owner of the $2 billion home is Mukesh Ambani, a petroleum titan, chairman of Reliance Industries and, surprise, surprise, the richest man in India. Mukesh is responsible for 1/5 of India's exports, which is absolutely outrageous considering India makes up for 1/3 of the Earth's population. Mukesh's father created a business that turned into the world's biggest producer of polyester fibers and yarns. Mukesh multiplied his inheritance many times over to become one of the richest men in all of Asia. For years, Mukesh was a member of the top 10 richest people in the world. And during one surge in India's stock market in 2007, he was believed to be the richest man on the planet. But as of recently, he sits comfortably at the 20th spot. Mukesh is worth $40.1 billion and is 61 years old.
Jeez.
Did someone ask for a list of the richest people on the planet? Okay, here it is. Number 1, Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Number 2, Bill Gates, Microsoft. Number 3, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. Number 4, Bernard Arnault, Louis Vuitton. Number 5, Amancia Ortega, Zara. Number 6, Carlos Slim Helou and family. Number 7, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook. Number 8, Larry Ellison, Oracle. Number 9, Larry Page, Alphabet, co-founder of Google. Number 10, Charles Koch, Koch Industries. Number 11, David Koch, you guessed it, Koch Industries. Number 12, Sergey Brin, Google. Number 13, Michael Bloomberg, Bloomberg. Number 14, Ma Huateng, Tencent Holdings. Number 15, Jim Walton, Walmart. Number 16, Rob Walton, Walmart.
I have heard of
Number
Walmart.
17, Alice Walton, Walmart. Number 18, Steve Ballmer, Microsoft. Number 19, François Bettencourt Myers and family, L'Oreal. Number 20, and our guy, Mukesh Ambani. We just love lists here at Mr. Luxury. As you might have noticed from the list, Mukesh is one of only 2 individuals from Asia to earn a spot on the list. Mumbai is the commercial capital of India and is also called the city that never sleeps because I guess they didn't know that slogan was already taken.
By us.
This city is also home to the entertainment industry in India, so it's commonly known as Bollywood, yet another thing they ripped from the United States.
Ouch.
While the city is home to the world's most expensive house, it's unfortunately also home to the world's largest slum. The popular film Slumdog Millionaire was set in Mumbai. The public reception of the house's creation has been harsh at best. I believe offending neighbors comes standard when you're creating a home worth over $1 billion. But there is certainly warrant for any offense taken in this particular case, I must admit. While the house was built on the richest stripe of land in the city, it's hard to not notice the contrast in a city like Mumbai, with such depths of poverty just blocks away. Gyan Prakash told the New York Times in 2010 that the home is in a way reflective of how the rich are turning their faces away from the city. In Mumbai, 40% of children under the age of 5 are underweight. The gap between the rich and the poor is as stark and vast here as any other place in the world. Still, there are some that bring up the charitable acts of the Ambani family, which include the creation of a hospital, when discussing the moral responsibilities of the family, not to mention numbers of the philanthropic ventures, specifically by Nita Ambani, Mukesh's wife. Which is great and all, but no one is going to ignore the gargantuan mansion towering over the city, or any of Mukesh's indulgences other than the mansion. Years before the creation of Antilia, Mukesh bought his wife an Airbus for her birthday for $60 million. He had the passenger jumbo jet refitted with a living room, a bedroom, satellite TV, a sky bar, and a spa. Unlike most families worth billions, the Ambani family owns just the one home as opposed to the expected several around the globe. Initially, the family shared a house with Mukesh's mother and brothers. But after Mukesh's father passed away of a stroke, he decided to break the bank on the 400,000 square foot home. The children of Mukesh and Nita all studied at universities in the States. Isha, the eldest daughter, recently graduated from Yale. Her twin brother, Akash, and younger brother, Anat, both graduated from Brown University. Not that I'm in any position to judge Mukesh as a father, but it's nice to see he raised 3 Ivy Leaguers. That's pretty much all I've got on Antilia and the Ambani family. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Pip pip de doodly doo.
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say at the end? Cheerio?
So,
Wow.
I mean, I thought I was just going to be like, looking into the house and that kind of a thing, and then it gets a little real there,
He
right?
hit you at the end,
Throws a little
yeah.
shade there at the rich. Listen,
Yeah.
$2 billion home, right? You really can't justify spending that much.
It's true. 400,000 square feet.
And I'll never have that kind of money, but
I'm sorry, what?
isn't
I
real
married
estate...
you thinking you were going to have that kind of money.
Yeah. Isn't real estate a very common investment, right? Okay. And again, I'm never going to have that kind of money, so I can't really speak one way or another. But if the guy's worth, what was it, $40 billion, if he wants to throw 1/20th of his wealth to some large building to live in, then, I get, not too far away you have people that are in poverty, okay? And I understand that it would be amazing, it would be great to give that fortune and to feed those families. But then, let's say you do that, right? Are more families going to migrate there hoping for the same thing? I mean, I don't want to get too much into that. But it's interesting how the video went there and this or that. It's tough when it comes to money because when someone has money, from what I hear, other people around them in their circles, they kind of expect.
I hear that too. Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Yep.
so I don't like doing like the judging game or this or that. But what are your thoughts about that, if you have any, about that situation?
Well, I kind of try to stay away because that's a tough cookie to crack. Because I totally get the idea of helping out the people around you and helping out those in poverty. Because I'm sorry, he could donate so much every year, and
even $1 billion would go
every
such
year,
a long
and
way.
it wouldn't affect him at all. But at the same time, people are like, but that's his money, and he can do what he wants with his money. So you can't really tell him what to do with your money. If it were us, I know that we would give to charities and donate and take care.
If I had $40 billion, I think I could spare one for
right. Maybe
poor
more
children around the world.
But we definitely would help. And you never know. I mean, maybe he doesn't, just not spoken about.
Right.
But the one thing I immediately thought when they said how much the home was at the very beginning is, and this is silly, but I always think this is, they say like that, like you said, what's real estate? It's a great thing to invest in. Who is going to buy a $2.2 billion home? Who can afford a $2 billion home? So when he passes away, first of all, now you've got your 3 kids, and your wife passes away, so it's just like down to your 3 kids. Are your 3 kids going to happily live there with their families? I mean, you can't. It's 400,000 square feet.
Where are you going to go?
But I'm just saying.
What's going to top that?
What I'm saying is, are they going to argue for it and fight over it? Like, no, this is my home. No, this is my home. No, I'm like the one who claims it. But regardless, when they're gone, like, does the home just stay in the family? Like, how do you sell something that expensive?
Well, I'm sure you can convert it into a hotel or something like that.
You would have to.
Vacation
a
place.
Museum.
I don't know. Does the royal family worry about selling Buckingham?
No, because it's in the royal family. It just passes on.
Right.
It'll be, I'm sure, Prince William's home when Queen Elizabeth dies.
I don't know. You bring up a good point. Inside the house itself, I mean, if I was just like gifted that house, right, and it wasn't furnished, I know I would like not make it very nice inside. Oh, let's throw this over here. Oh, we'll throw that over there. And now the theater room, that was fantastic.
Cool.
And I mentioned there better be a theater in there. I said 50, but one's good enough. But I mean, if you had to furnish that, it would be really interesting to see, like, okay, everyone furnishes a whole floor. Let's see how. Hopefully it's good, but if it was me, it would be like, oh, let's throw this, let's throw that.
Yours would look like this with just random stuff everywhere.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You'd have, like, no theme.
Marvel room, and Star Wars room. You'd have your Jane Austen room. I'd have, like, a Boring Reviews room where I can, like, be anywhere in there and the camera would swivel and fall. Oh, very good idea. But it would still look pretty ghetto if I designed it.
My thing is if you live in a home like that, like, you would never ever need to leave. You have a spa. You have a gym. You have your car mall there. Pick your car for the year, the day, the minute.
100 people for each member of the family?
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I don't even know what to do with 100 people. Like, I want you to clean the speck over. Oh wait, I have my cleaners to clean the speck over there. Never mind.
How are not all those people like 700 pounds, you know? Just like sitting there like, Clippers lady, my toenails. Who's the Clippers lady this week? I mean, that's insane, right?
Well, and it's no, well, I can't think of the word, but it's not a surprise that his wife is stunning and beautiful because I'm sure she has like all the people to do her hair and her makeup and her skin and make sure it's always clear and beautiful. So beyond jealous of that. I'm just saying.
You would point that out.
I would love that. But,
Question is, what are your thoughts about this video? What are your thoughts about a little bit of shade that was thrown at the family there? What are your thoughts about maybe, you know, if you were in charge of the $40 billion, how would you handle that in the situation? Let us know all about that below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate that. And until next time.
And please tell us how you feel about this situation. Like, are you for his big home or are you like, yeah, it could have helped the community better? But, sorry, until next time.
I think he should make it bigger. Until next time.
Goodbye.